putting on a little bit of makeup, and then I am heading out to crop for the day. I think it goes until 5 today. Maybe it goes until 6 today and 5 tomorrow. I can't remember. So it's not all day long. It's not like an all day, all night crop. But, yeah, I'm not a huge makeup person, but I feel like I need to have something to make it look like I'm alert and awake and excited to be there. So, I will probably film from there. I think I might do a little vlog about the whole carnival while I'm there. I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done, but I always bring a book with me because sometimes it's nice to just have like 5 minutes to yourself and just have a break. So that is my plan. We'll see how it goes. Busy morning. So no reading, unfortunately. I just haven't been able to do any reading. Kaylin had solo practice today, so she is just finishing up that. My parents are actually going to go pick her up for me. They took me out to breakfast, which was really nice. And now I'm on my way to the crop. I am all packed. You can see here all my stuff. So it should be a fun day of cropping. We'll talk to you later. Not believe how foggy it is. Do you want to? That's my friend Sherry. I'm at the carnival still, so I have not done any reading at all. Other than I finished This Is How It Always Is in the car, because that's my audiobook. I bawled all the way from home to the carnival because it was just really good and a very touching story. So I'll do a wrap up of it and let you know how it was. But I think I'm giving it 5 stars, 4.5 or 5 stars. So I thought it was really sweet. When I get home, I'm hoping to finish First and Then, which gives me 2 days left to finish The Girl in 6E and start The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I might get 4 or 5 books done for this readathon. But right now, I'm just having fun scrapping. I'm not being very productive, but it's still fun. I think these ladies here are getting a lot more done than I am, so that's good for them. But I'm back again tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. Walmart shopping. True story. Also true story. Okay, I need fox ears for the crop. Oh, I see them. That was easy. Or do I want to be a unicorn? This is definitely a lot more fun when I'm shopping with my kids, but Into day 2 of the Scrapbook Carnival, so I'm really excited about that. I finished It Was Always This Way yesterday on my way here. It was awesome. I think I already said that, but I really liked it. Did not get any reading in my First and Then or The Girl in 6E. I'm just crossing a street, gotta make sure I don't get hit by a car. But I did start listening to The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, so I think I'm doing pretty good. I don't think I will get all 3 of them done by tomorrow, but I should get a really good chunk into all 3 of them, so I think that that's pretty good. And now I'm gonna go do some scrapbooking, so we'll catch you in there. Alright, the Great Canadian Scrapbook Carnival is a wrap for this year. When I get home, I will show you everything that I made and I'll let you know how it went. As far as reading for these last 2 days, I obviously did nothing while I was here except talk and scrap, but I'm hoping to get some more reading done tonight. I will listen to my book on the way home, and then I still have tomorrow, so I might be able to squeeze in one more book. We'll have to wait and see. It's the last day of the readathon, but we're not reading, are we?
No.
I'm hanging out with my niece Lila, and I have a couple other kiddos hanging out today.
Hi.
There's Charlie, and we're not reading. I'm talking to the camera. We're not reading, but we are watching Harry Potter, so I think that kind of counts. I might get a little bit more reading in today, but we'll have to wait and see. So I will update you soon. But if not, I think I'm okay with as far as I've gotten.
Boss, let the boss be a dude.
I don't know what it is about kids and cameras, but okay, say bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Day 7 of Contemporary-A-thon. And I am calling it quits. That's a wrap. I think I'm done. It's like, what time is it, Sean?
9:30.
It's 9:30. I'm not going to finish any more books. I am ready for bed. I have an early day tomorrow. So I just have, oh, I'm blocking the light, sorry. First and Then, which I'm about almost half of the way through. So I'll just keep reading that one, and I'll finish it in the next couple of days. It's really good. It's really sweet. So I'm enjoying that one. And let's see, what else have I read? Oh, so let me tell you what challenges the books that I'm reading, or that I have read, are for. So this book I picked for read a new to me author. So Emma Mills is new to me. I haven't read any of her books. I have them all, but I haven't read them. And this one is also for the challenge of the 5-star prediction. So this is a book that I predicted I would give 5 stars. So I think it's on its way to that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm also still reading The Girl in 6E, and that challenge is, again, the new author, but also a taboo or dark character or dark storyline, or however that challenge was worded. Basically, the book is about a lady who hasn't left her apartment in 3 years. She earns an income as a sex worker on those online webcam sex sites, I guess, and she basically keeps herself in her apartment because all she wants to do is murder people. So she just has this desire or fetish, or however it's going to be described. I haven't really made it far enough yet, but essentially she just fantasizes about murdering everyone, and so to keep other people safe from her, she's just locked herself away in her apartment and feels like that is the thing she needs to do. So I'm really enjoying it, actually. It's really good. I also am enjoying the fact that she's just so blunt and open, and she's just like, yeah, this is what I do. I have sex with people on camera. Or I guess she doesn't have sex with them, but she, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, she's just very open about it. Like, this is what I do. I make tons of money doing it. It's a business for me, and you know, I have to do it to keep people safe. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm enjoying it. I think that one also works a little bit for having the diversity challenge, because we don't often read books about well, about people who fantasize about murder and actually go and seek therapy for that and are working on it and trying not to murder people. We don't really, if there's a murderer as a lead character that we follow, they tend to enjoy what they're doing, or they tend to have reasons to want to murder, kind of thing. So I think that looking at her fantasies as like mental illness is definitely diverse. And then I also think it's diverse because we don't often get the point of view of women who are voluntarily in the sex trade. If we do have a character whose perspective we get to follow, usually they're there because they've been forced to be there. They feel like they have no other choice. There's some reason why they're there, and we usually see them more as a victim type. But at least I don't know yet, but I don't think that this character is necessarily that. There's definitely something going on with her past. I haven't really, there's two storylines that we're following, and I'm starting to figure out how they're connected. But I don't know that she's necessarily that stereotypical victim. So, yeah, I think that that's another reason why that book would also work for the diversity portion of the challenge. So there's those two books. And then I'm listening to, actually, on Audible, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and that one I chose because there are all of the initials of my name in the cover, so that worked out really good. I struggled with the letter J. Every time I found an author that had a name with J in it, I couldn't find a G in the title or anything like that. So yes, I finally realized that Taylor Jenkins Reid is the J that I needed, and Evelyn Hugo has my other two initials, G and L, so that worked out really good. I'm really enjoying that book. It also would work for the diversity because Evelyn Hugo is Cuban, and it talks about the obstacles that she had to go through to sort of quote-unquote overcome her nationality in order to be a huge Hollywood star in the 50s. And that's basically what the book is about, is she is retelling her life, her story of her 7 husbands and her career as one of the most famous actresses in the world. And I am loving it. That one also is a 7-star. No, a 5-star. Oh boy, it's late. A 5-star prediction for me. So that could fall into that category as well. And I will definitely do another wrap up when I get these 3 books done, so that you can hear how I liked them. So on to the 2 that I did finish. It Was Always This Way by Laurie Frankel. I gave 5 stars to that one. I picked that one because it had orange on the cover. I had never heard of it before. It was totally not on my radar. I basically just knew that I needed to listen to a book. One of the challenges was to read a book in a non-conventional way, so I chose audiobook. It was just the one that worked for me. and I basically went through all of the Hoopla recommendations that they always give, picked one that had orange on the cover that was a contemporary, and that one happened to be it, and it was a 5-star read. So I absolutely loved it. I loved how... Ooh, my hubby just turned his computer off, so we lost some light. Sorry. Okay, we have light. Now you guys get to see my shower hair and no makeup, ready for bed face, but that's okay. So, It Was Always This Way really surprised me. It's about a family with 5 boys, and their youngest starts to be interested in wearing dresses, and during bedtime stories, he wants a princess to be in the bedtime stories, and then he wants to be a princess. He wants to wear dresses to school when he starts kindergarten, and his grandma takes him out and they do like get their nails done, and they go shopping for clothes and all that stuff. And basically the family is struggling with absolutely accepting anything that he wants to do, anything that he wants to be. Inside the house, inside the family, they have no problem with it, but their worry becomes how to protect him in the outside world, or how to protect her in the outside world. And obviously everything that comes along with that, and having these 4 other children who love him, love her, and accept her, and but also have lives of their own, and they need to deal with those too. And because she's part of their lives, how does everything fit together, and how do they figure it all out? And I just loved the book so much because I felt like all of the decisions that the parents made were the decisions that I probably would make if that is a situation I'm ever put in. And yet, and even though in my heart, everything that I would be doing would be in the best interest of my child and with love and acceptance, this book really shows you that you can totally screw up no matter what. That even if you take that approach and you accept your child no matter how, scared you are for them, or no matter how strange things might seem, there's lots of families out there, you hear it all the time, that would say, oh, if that was my son and he wanted to wear a dress, well, I would just let him wear a dress. And I felt the same way, but this book really shows you that there's more to it than that. And that no matter how well-intentioned you are, no matter how much you love your child, there is still an outside world. And to just approach it from the point of view of, I don't care what the rest of the world thinks, doesn't always work. It's just not reality. And so I cried during this book. I was frustrated during this book, and I really loved it. It was really touching. It hit me a lot harder than I ever expected. So 5 stars. It had orange on the cover. It had diversity. It was a new to me author. It fit lots of challenges. And then the last book that I did finish was Madeline's Secret. I picked this book. This one could have fit into a few categories, but this one also had orange on the cover, and it was a new to me author, and doesn't really fit diversity. Yeah, I think mostly those 2 challenges. This was a book that is actually a local author from my town, and the art for the cover was done by my friend's son. It's about 2 sisters. They're a family originally from Canada, but they moved to France, and they're in a car accident one night, driving through Paris during a snowstorm on their way to their parents' house. One of the sisters dies, and the other one, when she wakes up, they realize she has amnesia. And basically the story is just how she has to put her life back together because she's suddenly back in this world where everybody knows her, but she doesn't know herself, and she doesn't know anybody else. And she has a family, and she has friends, and she has a husband, and she has a son, and there are secrets that she has to try and figure out. People are coming up to her who know her, and yeah, she's just kind of piecing everything back together. So it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was set to be 4 or 5 stars, probably until about halfway through the book. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars, and the main reason I felt was just that the book probably could have been 100 pages less. I felt like in the middle it started to maybe lose direction a little bit, and there was just chapters of things that were happening that didn't really further the story. And it's not that I was bored reading them, but I kind of found myself saying, like, come on, let's go, let's get to the point. I have ideas, I have theories of what's happening, and I don't care about what's going on in this chapter right now. I hate to say that because I think we all do this, but we have this sort of natural desire to be protective of things that are local to us and authors that are local to us. We kind of take them on as our own, and so it's hard to give a really good review and be completely unbiased when you feel a connection to the person, even though I've never actually met him. But it was the first half of the book, I couldn't put it down. It was just nonstop, rushing through it. I was getting ideas right from the get-go. I ended up guessing exactly what it was, what the situation was, what was going on. But it was the kind of book where even if you think you guessed it, you want to keep going. Because if you're right, then you're excited that you got it right. And if you're wrong, then it would have been a big twist. So it was good that it kind of kept you on the edge of not quite being sure of yourself. But like I said, about halfway through, there was a good chunk in the middle there that slowed down the pace a little bit. So yeah, I still recommend it, and I still think that it's lovely to have local authors and support them. And I fully plan on getting his next 2 books and picking them up and reading them too. Dan did the cover art for them as well, so they're absolutely stunning. And yeah, that was my readathon. So I covered all of my challenges. I didn't finish all of my books, but that's okay. We had a really busy week, and then I had a crop in the middle of the weekend, so I didn't have as much reading time as normal, but I'm pretty proud of what I did. And I'm going to finish those last 3 books for sure and make sure that I do a review on them, because I'm enjoying all 3 of them. So I know that they'll probably get pretty good star ratings from me. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And until the next one, happy reading. Bye.